Welcome back, guys. Joey again, Vegas D-Tech. How's everybody doing out there? Hope you guys are doing well. We're back for another one, man. Tech Talk 54. Got a great one for you today. Now, I got a little story before we start off, because today we're doing the Equinox versus the Legend. Yeah, got a lot of intel out there that I've been doing. But anyways, man, I was just out in the field today, right? And I like to go ahead and do a little park detecting before I actually make an actual video. It kind of gets me jumped up and pumped up. You know, I get in here, you know, right off the field. Well, anyways, today, man, I was out at the park, and I was metal detecting, and there was a homeless guy. You know, let's give him a little bit of respect. You know, we don't want to say bum, but he was homeless, and I seen him out there in the field out ahead of me. It looked like he was eating sunflower seeds. You know, just throwing sunflower seeds out. No big deal, just detecting all around. Well, then I'm starting to detect. The guy goes back under a tree, and he's just hanging out underneath the tree, and I'm detecting, and I'm hitting penny signals, right? And I reach down, and I'm like, damn, dude, you know, penny, dude. I didn't even have to dig it. It's like near the surface, on the surface. And every time I would find, you know, a penny, I'd hear this laughing underneath this tree. This homeless dude's laughing, right? And after about 4 or 5 of these, I'm finding pennies. Right, dude? I mean, and then every time I find a penny, this dude is laughing his ass off. And it just finally dawned on me. I'm just looking at this guy, dude, and I'm like, dude, this guy wasn't out there throwing sunflower seeds. He was actually homeless, be it. He's throwing pennies all out in the field, man, and just having me just run around, bending down, wasting my time chasing penny signals, man. Dude, let me tell you, I was about to go over there and give this guy the old Alabama smack. You know what I mean? For this. But, yeah, my wife told me always, man, turn the other cheek, guys. You know what I mean? No matter how bad you have it, this guy's probably got it way bad. Way badder. You know what I mean? Anyways, getting to it today, guys. Big issue I have on hand here. The big topic of Tech Talk 54 is this Legend is finally out. You can order it. I mean, you can go right onto eBay, you can go right onto Amazon and just type in Legend and click it and buy it right away. $6.35 gets it sent to you right to your house. Now the question everybody wants to know, and the subscribers are asking me here, is it worth it? Is the Equinox still the winner? Is the Legend the better detector? Is it worth it? Was the weight, the hype, everything, was it worth it? Guys, it is entirely too early to give you an overall assessment of this. I personally don't even own the Legend. I know individuals that do. And if need be, you know, I would just meet them over at the park, and then I would just take a look at what they've got and let them detect with it, play around with it, touch it, move it around, mess around with the settings, use it for a little bit. I mean, guys, I don't need to eat an entire pizza to tell you what I can tell you by eating one slice, you know. My overall opinion of the Legend is that, you know, I'm very impressed. As with everybody else that I'm seeing out there that's reviewing this detector now. I don't even call them reviewers now. They're just owners. So, you know, the base first impression that I'm getting from everybody who's got this detector is that they are damn impressed. Now, guys, you're gonna have to excuse me a little bit. I'm still dealing with allergies, so every once in a while I got to get the old sip action in. Try to get some of that dust action out of my airways. But anyways, yeah, we have no updates as far as I know, other than the one that's in the works that some people want it, some people don't. In D-Lex last update, she says that she recommends that everybody apply the update to their detector, but some guys are saying they're having absolutely no issues. They like the stability of it. They like it the way it is, but she still recommends that you apply the update. All right. Some say they just don't want it, you know, but Equinox has had many updates, you know, so when you're comparing the two, you got to understand that the Equinox has had many updates to this point, but there's much more updates coming to the Legend in the future, so we have a lot more to look forward to in this little debacle of who is the best. Now, when it comes to familiarity, if you are coming from an Equinox background, you already have familiarity with this device, okay? So that's automatically going to give the advantage towards the Equinox. With any new machine, you're going to have to overcome the fact that there's a learning curve. You're going to have to understand, you know, what this machine is trying to tell you, how it behaves, and how it does what it does. And you're not just going to get that in 2 weeks. You're not going to get that in 3 weeks. It's going to take time. You know, I mean, the Equinox has been out, what, for 3.5 years, right? So, I mean, it's got that much of a lead, you know, in updates and in familiarity and usability. So you cannot just get, this is going to be just like an opening review of what I think, you know, at this very point in time. Now, as time continues on, you're either going to see, you hopefully will see the Legend, you know, catch up to it, but we need to give it some time. Okay. So if you had a situation like right now, you own both of these detectors, and you had a situation, an event would come up, you had a storm event, you live near the beach, and you know when storm events come out, the cut comes in and it reveals a lot of stuff that you couldn't get before because it was too deep. Or you had some type of a park event come down that they utilized the park. We normally have this thing called Renaissance Fair at Sunset Park, where you get to dress up like medieval knights, and for like a whole week people just set up the entire park to make it look like you're back in the medieval days. You know, you got wenches and witches and wizards and knights. They're just walking around in armor and swords, and for 1 week, man, you cosplay your way and nobody can say nothing, man. You are actually back in that age for 1 week. Lots of stuff to go out and look for in an event like that. But if you were going to have an event and you needed to pick a detector to go out with you, you are going to take the machine that's going to give you the best advantage. And if you own both of them at this point in time, you're definitely going to take the Equinox, because you know it. You know what I mean? I'm not trying to go out there and use a learning curve and trying to maybe miss something because I have settings wrong or my computer's not, you know, updated and stabilized correctly for me to go find things. But I have been using this detector here for at least a year, year and a half, 2 years, and I know it. You know, I feel comfortable with it. I am more efficient with it. So definitely the advantage is still going to go Equinox, okay? But look, man, that being said, from what I'm seeing on the reviews right here, guys, the Legend is not far behind. People are saying that it's like 90 to 95% what the Nox is. That is damn good coming right out the gate, man. You know, the potential, 90 to 95% of the Nox's potential. And hey, any detector that can come out there and give the Equinox a run for its money, dude, you have to give that thing a lot of praise, man. Nokta Makro did well with this multi-frequency, man. They did it right. You know what I mean? It took them a while to get it out there, but they did it right, in my opinion. Legend is definitely going to need some coil options, in my opinion, okay? The 9.5 elliptical, almost in any machine that I buy, I'm looking for a 9.5 elliptical. In a park, I think that is absolutely necessary. The 11 comes standard with your detector, and that'll get you through the big parts of the park. And then, of course, if you hunt trashy areas that have a lot of targets in it, you know, having that 6-inch option is great. But for me, the 9.5-inch option needs to be there. And then if you're on a beach, you're going to need a bigger coil. And so probably a 15-inch. So right now, I think we have an 11 and a 6, right, option. And if they can just get the 9.5 and the 15 out there, all them coil options is going to put this machine ahead. Okay, they're definitely going to get them on board. You're like, take a look at the coil options of the Equinox, and then take a look at the coil options that are available for the Legend. You know, and if they get these two out here, now Delex says they are going to make them, but she gives no express dates, and she doesn't want to get caught up in that. She said sometime this year they should get it out. We shall see. Now, I was watching Merrill, you know, New York City Detect. He was making his discernment, and you know, he's giving his feelings towards these two detectors and what he feels based on, I think he says he's got 20 hours in right now. And you know, he says that one of the things that concerns him is its ability, the Legend's ability to find small items like, you know, little teeny stud earrings and stuff like that. Now he says that there's something going on right now where, you know, Nokta Makro is saying that there's some stability settings that need to be adjusted or updated. But, you know, the Equinox doesn't need any stability settings as far as I know to do just that. It finds small things and it does it with relative ease. I used the Equinox just today, and I'm telling you, man, the stuff that it was hitting sounded like it was right on the surface, and it would be like 5 inches deep, and it would be something stupid like a BB pellet. You know, and I'm like, dang, This thing can hit that BB pellet and it makes it sound like it's just like so big and bright. I mean, it can hit small stuff, you know. So I don't understand. Both of them have the 6-inch coil option. So where's the issue with, you know, it not being able to hit small targets? I don't know. Then again, I'm watching Jeremy Paystreak. He's using that 6-inch coils in the tot lots, and he seems to be doing pretty well. I haven't heard anything from him yet stating that he's having problems finding small targets. I don't know. We'll have to keep our eyes and ears open for that. Now, when we're talking about best value, in my honest opinion, guys, you can't say nothing about it. For the value, it definitely goes legend. All right, I mean, the build quality, the durability, the ergonomics, the technology, the features, the high quality headphones that you get with this detector. I mean, when you combine all of that for $635, man, there is absolutely no question about it. You know, all things being equal, if you were to compare these two detectors, if the Legend with updates can match Equinox, for the fact that it comes in at $635, that's even below what the 600 Equinox is costing. Last time I checked, the 600 Equinox is still $799. Okay, and that the 800 is still pulling at $999, $1,000, you know, for the 800. And at $635, you're getting everything that the 800 is at $635. How can you question that, man? All right. So, as of right now, the Equinox is still the champion in the $1,000 price point, and the Legend is the contender, right? Now, can it be an Equinox killer? In value, yes. In overall market share and performance, that's yet to be told, man. We're way too early in this, you know. But the one thing I can tell you, you know, living in Las Vegas here, man, and, you know, this being the fight capital of the world, at least with professional boxing, one thing that I've learned is that if you are boxing in Las Vegas and Las Vegas is your home base, America is your home base, and you're a contender, you're not going to beat a champion. You're not going to beat the heavyweight champion in Las Vegas with scorecards. It's not going to happen. If you want to dethrone a champion in boxing out here, you have to win by knockout or convincingly, you know. But if you're just going to go round by round by round, back and forth, ping pong, and you leave it to the judges, it's always going to come. It's always going to come out the same. And it's that the hometown favorite is going to win it. The judges are going to give it to him. So if the Legend is trying to kill the Equinox, it's going to have to do something that the Equinox can't. It's going to have to find a vulnerability in the Equinox's game, capitalize on it, and advance itself beyond it in order to do that. I don't know that it's going to do that. Right now, man, the market share and the familiarity, being that it has a 3.5-year lead, and there's just so many people that use this machine, and the Equinox is a damn fine machine. My sentiments is it's going to have a hard time trying to beat it. Can it match it? Yeah, I do believe that it can match it, because right now I do see that people say that it is 95% of what the Nox is, and with updates, can it match it? I believe that it absolutely can. So yeah, in value, it's definitely the winner. In actual performance and market share, it's got its works cut in for it. Now, some of the things that I'm seeing here is saying in separation, people are saying that the Equinox has a slight advantage. What do you guys say, man? What are your thoughts on that? For those of you that have both machines, do you see the Equinox having a slight advantage over it? I don't know. In depth, they say in depth they're equal, and in target ID, it's just a toss-up. So, man, these guys are actually very, very close, man. You know. Now, what I'm seeing with a lot of these subscribers are telling me that in comparison to the Apex and the Vanquish, no doubt about it. In comparison to the Equinox, yeah, and in comparison to the Apex, definitely better than the Apex and definitely better than the Vanquish. No doubt about that. Guys, so look, man, in closing, right, if the potential of both the detectors are with all the technology that's in the detectors, if they're equal in technology, and so the threshold, the ceiling is the same, and you already own an Equinox, you might as well just stay with the Equinox. You know what I mean? I mean, at this point in time, I don't see the Legend doing any more than the Equinox can do. But if you have owned neither detector, so you're not biased, right? I mean, what I'm trying to say is, if you already own a damn Equinox, you are the champion. You don't have to do anything. The contender is the one that needs to prove itself. The Legend is the one that's saying that it's the Legend. It's the one that has to prove itself that it's better than you. Right now, the Legend is definitely a contender, and it's in the rearview mirror, and it's right alongside. Can it pull alongside and just cruise with you, pace for pace, lap for lap? Can it stay with you? I think the Legend is bound to do just that. Can it outright say that it's going to be the Equinox killer in performance and market share? I don't think so. But in actual budget, if you are a budget-minded person, if you have never owned either detector and you're coming on the scene and you're budget-minded and you want the best bang for your buck value, I don't think that you could buy a better detector for $635 than the Legend. That would be the choice right now, guys, and that would be my sentiment on this little debacle at this point in time. So yeah, if I didn't have any detectors right now, maybe a great time to come on the scene as a metal detector. So if you've got like around $700 budget, yeah, man, I think that forget all that. Forget the Simplex. If you're looking to spend $700, you're not quite within the reach of the Equinox 600. You can definitely have the Legend for $635 plus tax, man. And you're definitely going to get everything that the 600 is, and you're damn near getting everything that the 800 is. So you know what, man? Yeah. Bang for your buck. Legend. And that's all I got for you guys. Thank you once again for tuning in. Sorry it's been taking me so long to make these videos, but Jesus, man, I was at work the other day and I'm in the middle of talking with guests and I'm losing my damn voice. You know what I mean? I'm asking them what would they like to drink, what would they like to eat, whatever. And as I'm in the middle of it, all of a sudden I get this cockatool and I just can't clear it. No matter how much I try to clear my throat, can't do it, man. It's springtime, man. All this damn pollen is coming in and it's killing me, man. It's killing me. So anyways, my friend, thank you again for tuning in. Another video on the books. I'm going to go ahead and render this and get it out to you. Man, it's good to make videos again, man. If I could just be well and just stay in front of you like this, I would like to do this all day, all night. Actually, I was thinking about, I've been working on another side channel, and I haven't really put a name to it just yet. But I have the whole concept situated. I have the graphics for it. I haven't even really put the name on it. But I want to make another channel where we're just talking about issues of the day, whether it be political, new stuff that we see on television, sports. Yeah, I mean, I'm a Seattle Seahawks fan, man, but they got rid of Russell Wilson, traded him to the Broncos, and all kinds of other foolishness going on in the NFL, and I just can't even keep up anymore. You got men dressing up as women, swimming against girls, beating them in their own races, and my goodness, man, you got all kinds of crazy crap going on with Ukraine. You got transgenders trying to cross the border acting as women, and the guards over there are saying no. You got the ding-a-ling swing. You got to go back and fight women and children only to Poland. A lot to talk about, man. I don't know to bring that stuff out on this actual channel or if I should just go ahead and just redirect and get another channel going with that, but hey, it's all in the future. Anyways, guys, thank you so much again. Joey, Vegas D-Tech, you guys have a great evening. I'll see you guys again soon. Take care.